Now, good morning, my viewers, and welcome to today's discussion, where I'm going to focus my discussion today in political fallouts or disagreement or divisions that are cracks that are emerging in the political alliances or coalition at the moment. And as I've said in my previous discussion, politics is a game of chess. And in this game, the brighter survives. Those who are not able to play to the mind of the others will end up losing. So, before we go deeper into our discussion, I want to take this opportunity to thank those who are following my channel, my YouTube channel, and I want to request our new viewers to subscribe to our channel so that anytime we upload any video, YouTube will automatically notify you on the new discussion that we might have posted. And those who have been following the video, I just request you to give this video a thumbs up in an effort to support us and make this a big thing. So, as I've said from the beginning, today I'm going to discuss about the fallouts or the division that are emerging within, or the cracks that are emerging within the political alliances or coalitions. Now, when these things happens, there are various groups that are going to benefit in one way or another, and therefore we are going to witness more and more political amoeba, and some of them are going to benefit a lot out of the game. It depends with how smart an individual is in this game. In the past few days, we have witnessed a number of division, disagreement, fallouts, or confusion, if I may put it that way. The latest being just the other day or yesterday when Kalonzo Musyoka, one of the senior counsel in the country, most respected senior counsel, was in the press or in the national television claiming that when he signed the Azimio Oka deal, he did not know what he was signing. I think this is laughable, especially to such a mind of the likes of Kalonzo. And if you can remember very well, I said in one of my videos that the biggest mistake that Kalonzo has taken is to take the likes of Dan Manzo and Mutula Kilonzo Jr. to be his advisors. This can be confirmed now that Kalonzo is saying he did not even know what he was signing. He cannot tell people what was the content of the document that he's signing. It's an admission and a confession and a fulfillment of my previous video, which I said that Kalonzo chose the wrong advisors, because if he had chosen the right advisors, then he would have understood the document in the shortest time possible before he signed it. However, we have witnessed a number of fallouts or disagreement in the past 1 week, and if I can go through very fast, one of the latest cases that we have witnessed is the one of Martha Karua. Martha Karua is one of the very influential women in the country, and especially in the political field. Most of us knows the contribution of Martha Karua in the political arena in the country, and for any reason, we would expect Martha Karua to have joined Azimio because of the values and the common interest that the coalition has. Beside her party, NAK Kenya, having its independent or its separate policies and manifesto, most of those policies and manifesto can be aligned with what is contained in the Azimio. However, Martha Karua failed to show up in the meeting that was held in the KICC and later on in Jacaranda. However, she has not released any statement in as far as that is concerned. And therefore, in my next discussion, I'll be looking at what might have steered Martha Karua or might have contributed to Martha Karua to fail to attend the Azimio One Kenya alliance deal in KICC and later on in Jacaranda. Number two, on the same day, we saw a number of Jubilee members defecting to UDA, among which we saw, okay, not necessarily Jubilee, but a group of people who are trusted to be members of Jubilee crossing the road to join UDA. I'm talking about people like Kimani Wamatangi, senator for Kiambu, Kiambu senator Wamatangi. Wamatangi has been somebody that the president trusted much, but unfortunately he betrayed the president by joining UDA. While these things might be very common and hitting the waves everywhere in social media, I can tell you for free, the move by Matiang'i might be a selfish move. In politics, at times you are expected to make such moves or such a selfish move for your personal interest, because as I said previously, that politics is about interest, and when you are looking at interest, you must be able to look what you are going to gain vis-a-vis what your people are going to gain. While Wamatangi may think this may boost his probability or chances of winning the election, things might be different elsewhere. Apart from Matiang'i, we also have a case of William Kabogo, who to me it's not a surprise. The other time he was joining Jubilee, he once joined UDA and left before coming for the second time. The issue of Moses Kuria is a common issue that has been talked about severally, and Moses Kuria joining UDA is nothing new to many people in the country, because again, I can tell you for free that Moses Kuria may not stay in UDA up to 9th of August this year, because the other day I saw Kimani Ichung'wah passing a very coded message to Kuria, which may again rattle Kuria to walk away. Rigathi Gachagua is also another surprise that appears to be now weighing the option on the direction to go. And I can again confirm to you here today that if Martha Karua, who missed the Azimio Oka deal, will choose to join UDA, then Rigathi Gachagua is likely to walk away, because of late in the campaigns that have been going on, Rigathi Gachagua has emerged as one of the potential candidates for the deputy president, as much as he has pretended to go for MP for the MP position. So with the coming of Martha Karua, Rigathi Gachagua will have to weigh options before deciding on the direction to go. The statement by Malala is another indicator that things are not working between Ruto and Musalia Mudavadi, because the demands laid on the table by Malala is a clear indication that Western votes can only be won by Ruto if, and I mean if, Ruto supports Mudavadi. In any case, if this does not happen, it's clear that Western votes will shift to Azimio, because already the Azimio structure has been planned, and Mudavadi will go there knowing very well he has no option. The pressure coming from Malala and Mudavadi group on Ruto might have been influenced much by the fact that don't mind about that one. I think there is a plane or something passing around, but in a short time it will be there. So I was talking about the influence posed by this gentleman might be as a result of seeing Kalonzo having a higher chance of getting something in the other group. So the whole thing, or the whole process that is happening today, seems to have been influenced much by the fact that these guys are playing what, if I was to quote the book by Gideon Doron, if you read the book by Gideon Doron, Political Bargaining, you'll come to understand that these political fallouts and division may come at any time. And they are coming because in political bargaining, individuals will engage in discussion to reach a tangible agreement based on the values they hold. So that when we talk about political bargaining, we are talking about two major things. One, interdependency, and two, role of progress. In the interdependency view, one thing must be there in common that will bring people together, even if they have different interests, or even if they have their interests are different from each other, but they must have something in common. And therefore, these people are choosing to join different coalition and alliances at this moment might be driven by a common aspect of either winning the position at the grassroots, whether it's a constituency or the gubernatorial seat, or winning the presidential election at the expense of their competitors. On the other hand, when you talk about political bargaining, it's all about the rule of progress. The ability of individuals to move depends on the values they have. The value of one group bringing a certain number of votes on the table, and the value of another group bringing a certain number of votes on the table. So individuals will take different paths based on their perception, belief, and the driving force on the decision to sway the voters on their side. In my own opinion, Raila Amolo Odinga and William Samoei Ruto represent two different and true contrasting groups. While Ruto is one person whose track record has never been found or cannot be put in books. On the other hand, when you talk about Raila contribution in the democratic process in the country, I think as we speak today, an active politician, we cannot compare Raila with anybody so far. While we may talk of cases where he has had confrontation with the government, leading civil disobedience for the interest of the people, Ruto, or William Samoei Ruto, on the other hand, we can claim, or we can say that his approach is that of kleptocracy. Kleptocracy is all about insubordination for individual gain. I think that's all I can say. So the whole thing about the 2022 election and the 9 August election is all about personal interest and what individuals expect to get out of the game. Lastly but not least, when you look at, I've talked about Musalia Mudavadi, I've talked about Martha Karua, and by the way, Martha Karua, today I was going through Twitter and I saw one person asking her if she will attend the Deputy President NDC, and she said she may not attend this, but it's a matter of wait and see. Maybe we'll be able to know by the end of the day. And we will also be able to discuss why did Martha Karua choose to miss both Azimio and Deputy President NDC meeting in our next discussion. So the defection and the fallouts that I've talked about is one of Kiambu Senator Wamatangi. I've talked about Kabogo. I've talked about Moses Kuria. And I think the latest one that has really dominated everything is the Malala sentiment, which I've also briefly touched on it. I want to close this discussion by talking about Aden Duale. For those who followed the Deputy President visit to UK and USA, you must have realized that Aden Duale was among the people who went with him. However, Aden Duale had to cut his journey short with the president or within the convoy and come back to the country. He was not part of the deputy president team that was in UK. I think I'm doing my research, and in my next video I'm going to discuss what might be happening, because even before the deputy president jetted back, I think there was a video going around of Aden Duale in a meeting or in a closed-door meeting with Raila Amolo Odinga, the Azimio flag bearer. I will be able to collect all the information, and in our next video, I'll give you total information, a critical analysis of what is happening between Aden Duale and the deputy president. Otherwise, up to there, I think I've discussed a lot to do with political fallouts, and in my next video, apart from talking about Aden Duale, I'll also look at the expectation in the next few months, especially when you look at the opinion polls vis-a-vis the political fallouts that we are seeing in the country, which I want to assure you, they may not end any soon. We are yet to see very many others coming. Otherwise, I want to thank you and wish you a nice lunch, and request you to join me in our next discussion tomorrow on the same. Have a blessed afternoon.